the thing is that information, ideas, do not help transform a person. Because if it did, we would all be jacked, right? I mean, how many bodybuilding channels do you watch? How many books have you read? How many magazines have you read? How many TV shows? How many seminars? How much have you bombarded your mind?
You don't really need to read anything. Forget all that. That's that inner conversation. Oh, you don't need to worry about trying to go into your own business. Forget that. You can't do that. What if you lose everything you've got?
Let me give you some good times to reflect. One, at the end of the day. Take just a few minutes at the end of the day and go back over the day. Find a place, right? If you can, get alone.
Being multidimensional is a good thing. So when you start thinking about streams of income, think of multiple streams of income. I wanted to preach and called to preach. You know me from preaching, you know me from ministering the gospel, and I love what I do. But I had dreams for my children that were bigger than what I do. I did not want my children to have to fake being me in order to be successful.
With ideas about strength and fitness, and you know what? Doesn't mean that you actually got it, right? Because ideas don't help people. What helps people, this is why I talk the way I do, is showing them a way that perhaps they can transform their character. Who they are is more important than what they know and what they do.
That inner conversation that stops you from doing the things you want to do less, don't do that. The next thing that is a key to self-motivation is that you've got to ask yourself, what do I want out of life? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of a job? What do you want out of a career? What do you want out of a relationship? What do you want? What gives you your life? How will you know when you got it? What will make you happy? You need to know. You need to start asking yourself some questions. What do I really, really, truly want?
The way they see themselves, their character. It literally requires a brainwashing of yourself to see yourself in a different light. Affirmations, visualization, meditation, these are all forms of mental transformation. See, we have these experiences in our life that are not fun, that are difficult. You lose a loved one, you lose a limb, you get really sick. See, these are easy ones. But you're going to experience in life. You're going to experience in tough. I mean, you can lose your parents, you can lose your children. Like I said, you can lose your limbs, you could be flat broke and hungry. There are so many different experiences that you're probably going to experience in life. Getting in an accident. There's so much. And each one of those aren't arbitrary. Think about how bad it could possibly become. That is not arbitrary. It is purposeful. It is set there for your growth.
I wanted to create an entrepreneurial environment for them, and so I started investing in real estate, and I started building communities, and I'm getting ready to build more communities in America, and I'm looking for other places in the world where we can build. These communities, these smart communities that are conducive to the future. You do not build your business on where you are or where you've been. You build your business on where you're going. So then, if you are building for the future, then you have to reimagine your strategy.
You need to be exact about that. Don't be vague. Oh, I just want to be happy. That's too vague. What will make you happy? How will you know when you got it? Zero in on it. Be exact. Be specific. And as you do that, that will stimulate that superconscious mind or the reticular activating system of your mind that will begin to find those things, to identify with it. And once you begin to determine that which you want, take the time to write it down. Don't just think about it. Write it down. That is a subjective process that engages the subconscious mind. Write it down. Once you write it down, read it 3 times a day. Morning, noon, and night. Why is that important? Because what it will do, it will cause you to focus. It will cause you to concentrate.
Just go back and think through the day. Where have you been, and what did you see, and what did you hear, and what did you feel? If you'll just relive it, go back through it, I'm telling you, it will add multiplied value to you. The day you've just been through will be more valuable for your future if you just go back through it. Take a few hours at the end of the week. Hours at the end of the week. Right. Minutes at the end of the day, hours at the end of the week. half a day at the end of the month, a weekend at the end of the year. Those are called times to reflect. Now, why go back over? Why run the tapes again? Let me tell you why. To make the past more valuable. It's like color enhancers. Cameras take pictures of Jupiter, right, on its flyby. But let me tell you what they do with those pictures, right? The computer has learned to enhance them with color.
I begin to go out a little further and the water hit my knees, and then I begin to question myself and say, again, Phil, what are you doing? There's nobody out here. It's just you and this guy alone. He could drown you. At this point, I was thinking that, because I'd been in the water for a while, that my body would get, acclimated to the water, but it was still cold. So we went out a little further. He's not saying anything. It's spooky. It's like the Twilight Zone. I remember getting to a point saying to myself, I don't know. Like, this is too much. Like, the risk factor. And I remember him giving me that look, like, look, you're already out here. You've already made such a commitment. And just as I was about to turn away, just as I said to myself, like, it's too much. The sacrifice, what I am giving versus what I'm getting, it just doesn't make sense. I need to quit. I need to give up. And as I began to turn around and walk back to the shore,
I'm going to give you a couple of big words, big words, like strategy. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to do it through a strategy. I got here through that strategy. What is a strategy? Is synchronized, step-by-step plan from point A to point B. Your strategy is important. You've got to fix your strategy. If you've been doing what you've been doing for 5 years and it's not working, it doesn't mean you need to give up your idea. You might need to give up your strategy.
So they become vivid and unique. And our eyes get big and we take a look and we say, wow, with the enhancers. And that's what will happen to your life. If you'll take the time to review what's going on, review the decisions you're making, review the people you're with, review the action you're taking, the decisions you're making, review all that stuff, go back through the feelings, go back through what's happening. I'm telling you, the color enhancers of your own mind will make your own life more valuable. Now, why try to make your life valuable? Simple answer, to invest it in the future. We call that bright. We call that skillful. To make more out of your past, to have more value to invest in the future. That's a different attitude than just trying to get through one more day, trying to get through one more week. It's to gather up your past and invest it in the future.
the guru grabs me by the back of my neck and he puts me under the water. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is different. And he begins to press my head further down the water. And now I'm holding my breath and 10 seconds go by. 20 seconds go by and 30 seconds go by and he hasn't let me go. And 40 seconds has gone by and he hasn't let me go. 50 seconds, my life flashes in front of me. And just when I thought my life was over, boom, he pulls my head out of the water. I said, you trying to kill me. I told you I wanted to be an educator. I wanted to go to the next level. Like, I wanted to know the secret to success. What was this about? And he said, young man, I need you to answer this question for me. When you were underwater, what were you thinking about? And I said, to be honest with you, the only thing I was thinking about was breathing. He said, that's it, young man, that's it. When you want to succeed.
Your strategy of accomplishment has you change with the times. You may not have hit your customer yet, but that doesn't mean your customer is not out there. You've got to find somebody, and let me tell you who wants what you got. The person who wants what you have is a person who sees what you have as an answer to their problem. People will go get answers. They are not looking for problems. What you solve with what you bring.